following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
Hello everybody, Glenn Walker here. I'm the author of The Red Zone Murders and the soon-to-be-released Fourth Down and Fatal. I wanted to share my own curated Spotify playlist for my new book. So in addition to some cool music, I also wanted to share some insights about the book and some of my influences as a writer. The link to the playlist will be provided in the show description. So put on those headphones or earbuds and crank it up to 11, because here we go. Our first song on the playlist tonight is The Big Sleep. As you might have guessed, the name of the song is the same as the 1946 movie with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. I'm a huge fan of film noir and private eye movie genre in general, especially the Bogart films such as The Big Sleep, The Maltese Falcon, Dark Passage, and Dead Reckoning. In the opening chapter of Fourth Down and Fatal, our main character, Joe Maxwell, drives out to the Pike residence in Westwood to meet with the new owner of the Los Angeles Americans football team, who wants him to hire him for an unusual case. If you've seen films like The Big Sleep or even the neo-noir classic Harper in 1966 with Paul Newman, you can see the influence here right away. When I'm writing, I feel like I'm a director in a movie. I can visualize the scene with the actors and the sets. And it also helps to have music playing in the background to help set the mood. So without further ado, here's our first song on our curated Spotify playlist, The Big Sleep. second song in our Spotify playlist for Fourth Down and Fatal is called Pay the Piper by Shorty Rogers. This song is a great example of West Coast jazz, a subgenre of cool jazz in the 1950s. This emerged primarily in Los Angeles and California. West Coast jazz emphasizes complex arrangements, lighter tones, unusual instruments, and classical influences, alongside relaxed tempos and linear solos, featuring artists like Chet Baker, Jerry Mulligan, Dave Brubeck, and in the song you're about to hear, Shorty Rogers. Number 2 on our playlist, Pay the Piper.
crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Oh man, that music's gone, gone. I said crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Oh man, that music's gone, gone. When I go out and I want a treat, find me a band with a solid beat. Take my chick and we dance about. When they start rocking, oh, we start shout, shout. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Man, that music's gone, gone. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 go. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Man, that music's gone, gone. I said crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Man, that music's gone, gone. They play it soft, they play it strong, they play it wild and they play it long. They just keep playing till the break of day. To keep them rocking on, you gotta say it's crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Crazy man, crazy. Man, that music's gone, gone. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 everybody. Go, 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 go.
Next up, number 4 on our playlist, curated by yours truly, Sonny Boy Williamson II, and a song called 9 Below Zero. Sonny Boy Williamson was an American blues harmonica player, singer, and songwriter. He was an early and influential blues harp stylist who recorded successfully in the 1950s and 60s. He has had a big influence on modern-day blues and blues rock artists and other legendary artists. So again, number 4, the song 9 Below Zero by Sonny Boy Williamson.
Yeah, and down a pretty people ain't got a crime shame. And down a pretty, I declare the crime shame. She waited till it got 9 below zero and put me down for another man. I'll give her all my money, all of my loving and everything. All my money, all of my loving and everything. done got 9 below zero, and she done put me down for another man. Below zero. The little girl, she done put me down. Nine below zero. The little girl, she done put me down. She know I don't have nowhere to stay, and I don't have not one dime.
Moving along on our Spotify playlist for Fourth Down and Fatal, yours truly, Glenn Walker, holding down the microphone. We move on to song number 5, and this is a jazz composition by Charlie Parker called Confirmation. So if you're following along in the book, Chapter 7 of the Fourth Down and Fatal, Joe Maxwell finds himself attending a star-studded party hosted by real-life actor Farley Granger. Charlie Bird Parker was an American jazz saxophonist, band leader, and composer. Parker was a highly influential soloist and leading figure in the development of bebop, a form of jazz characterized by fast-tempo, virtuistic technique, and advanced harmonies. Confirmation is considered by many a bebop standard. However, Parker did not record a studio version of Confirmation until January of 1953. But Parker did play the piece frequently live during performances, and there are at least 5 live recordings of Parker performing Confirmation known to be in existence. So here we go at number 5, Confirmation by Charlie Parker. Our sixth song is a composition by Wynton Marsalis. The song is called Woman in Blue, and I use this song as inspiration in that same dinner party scene in chapter 7 of my book. Maxwell is introduced for the first time to the nightclub singer Candy Hart. And of course, she's wearing a blue dress, so that kind of matches. The song Woman in Blue is from the 2019 neo noir film Motherless Brooklyn. Again, any of the films or genres I mentioned here, they're definitely highly recommends from me. Definitely encourage you to check them out, either on streaming or on your cable networks when they come on, or buy the DVD. Big believer in buying the actual copy and having it on hand. So we move on to number 6, Woman in Blue, here on our Spotify playlist debut of the music that helped inspire me write my new book, Fourth Down and Fatal. Moving along in our playlist countdown, or count up, I didn't really do these in a countdown fashion, is the Joe Stafford song, It Could Happen to You. The scene that, or the music that helped inspire this scene, Maxwell runs into Candy again, this time in her usual spot, as the main attraction at the Sapphire Club a few nights after the Granger party. And this scene is also influenced by a film noir classic. I mentioned earlier the film Dead Reckoning. This is one from 1947 starring Humphrey Bogart and Elizabeth Scott. And the sequence near the beginning of the movie, Elizabeth Scott comes into the bar and she's trying to light a cigarette, and Bogey just takes his lighter, reaches over, lights it, and then she kind of turns her head and the blonde hair cascading down the side of her head, and she kind of looks up at him. Very inspirational, and you kind of see that as you're reading this part of the book. It Could Happen to You by Joe Stafford.
Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night. It could happen to you. Don't count stars or you might stumble. Someone drops a sigh and down you tumble. Keep an eye on spring. Run when church bells ring. It could happen to you. All I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened to me. Keep an eye on spring. Run when church bells ring. It could happen to you. All I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened to
You are listening to the Spotify playlist curated for my second book, Fourth Down and Fatal. I'm Glenn Walker, and we're about halfway through the list already. Still hanging in with the show? Great. All right, so for this next one, you got to bear with me. This is a song called Black, Blue, White by a group called Wang Chung, and it's from a movie that came out in 1985 called To Live and Die in L.A. I already know what you're thinking. This is a film that was released in 1985. Why did you put it in your playlist? Well, I grew up in the 1980s and I love 1980s music. To Live and Die in LA is another example of neo noir. According to the film's director, William Friedkin, the reason he chose Wang Chung to compose the music for the soundtrack of the film was because the band stood out from the rest of contemporary music at the time. High praise from director Friedkin. What they finally recorded, he said, was not only did it enhance the film, it has given it a deeper, more powerful dimension. So in chapter 10 of the book, there's a car chase scene. So this song just kind of, for me, kind of set the mood of a car chase through nighttime Los Angeles. So here's Black, Blue, and White by Wang Chung from the To Live and Die in LA soundtrack. Our next song is also from an original soundtrack. This one, the film LA Confidential, and the song is called The Photos by the great Jerry Goldsmith. One of the other themes that I'm looking at in this novel is the theme of the rise of tabloid culture. Um, in this scene, Maxwell finds photos being kept in a storage facility by a newspaper tabloid photographer. This photographer is using the photos as blackmail against actors and other important people in Hollywood. So, from the original soundtrack, LA Confidential, Jerry Goldsmith with the photos. Welcome back. You just heard The Photos by Jerry Goldsmith from the LA Confidential original soundtrack, and the last song by B.B. King, Please Love Me. You're listening to my Spotify curated playlist for my new novel, Fourth Down and Fatal. We're going to move on now to our next song, and this song is a great example of the Spotify weekly playlist. You guys listen to Spotify and they curate songs for you based on what you've listened to over the past week. As a bunch of exposes you to some great new music, and this is an example of one of those. This is a song called The Job, and I guess this was from an original soundtrack from a movie called Flinch. I had not been aware of that before, and I had never heard of this until I played it, and I love the song. So I thought it would match perfectly for a scene where Maxwell's got to sneak into a building where he's not allowed to be in, and if he gets discovered, he could be in huge trouble. So he has to break in somewhere, and he learns some news that can change the whole investigation. So next song is called The Job from the Flinch original soundtrack. Next up, we have another great song. This one comes from a scene where Candy Hart will be front and center singing her heart out to Maxwell. It's called I've Got a Crush on You by the great Linda Ronstadt. Back in the 80s, Linda Ronstadt released a series of albums from the Great American Songbook. This one came off the first album, I believe, called Lush Life. And again, this song is called I've Got a Crush on You.
How glad the many millions of Toms and Dicks and Williams would be to capture me. But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. You're my big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I will never, never know. It's not that you're attractive, but oh, my heart grew active when you came into view. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Would you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world apart, my mush. 'Cause I got a crush, my baby, on you. Could you could you care for a cunning cottage? We could share the world apart, my mush. 'Cause I have got a crush, my baby, on you.
Next up, we have a song called Private Investigator by Graham DeWilde. In Chapter 24, Maxwell is released from jail. You might ask yourself, well, how did he get there? Well, hello, you're going to need to read the book to find out. Well, anyway, after getting released from jail, Maxwell makes a beeline to visit washed-up British actor Teddy Kingsley. I want to make a quick detour to make mention how much I loved creating and writing for some of the new characters that populate this new novel, Fourth Down and Fatal. There's Holly Dixon, LAPD Lieutenant Leo Stratton, and of course the British B actor Teddy Kingsley. They were a lot of fun to write for, and hopefully you capture the spirit in some of the dialogue there. But here we have Private Investigator by Graham DeWilde. Before we play the next song, I have a confession to make. I feel like I'm among friends, so I'm okay in doing so. Love scenes are my least favorite thing to write. I'm bedeviled about what to put in, what to leave out. I guess I fall into the camp of less is more and leaving the particulars to the reader's imagination. Anyway, I digress. The music here by Andrew Hale and Simon Hale, Temptation Part 2, was some of the music that helped me inspire and get me through writing some love scenes between Maxwell and Candy. Here you go, Temptation Part 2. Every good femme fatale should have a theme song. Broken Arrow by ABC. I love the lyrics to this song, and a few of them jumped out to me when I was writing some of the scenes in this book for a particular femme fatale. Can't say who it is. I don't want to ruin the book for you, but it goes like this. If I were to say to you, can you keep a secret? Would you know just what to do or where to keep it? Then I say, I love you, foul the situation. Hey girl, I thought we were the right combination. Broken Arrow by ABC. Yeah, that was ABC with Poison Arrow. Ah, I feel like I'm back in my college DJ days again. Just need to call letters and uh, take the fifth caller for winning tickets to a next concert. Ah, those were the days. We're nearing the end of our Spotify playlist. Our next to last song, we bring the boys from Wang Chung back, this time in a song called City of Angels, appropriately talking about Los Angeles, where the story is set in Fourth Down and Fatal. Uh, Near the end of the book, there's a climactic final car chase through the streets of Los Angeles and a final confrontation with some very big stakes on the line for our private eye hero, Joe Maxwell. So, next to last song, we're nearing the end, having too much fun. City of Angels by Wang Chung. All good things must come to an end, right? So has our Spotify playlist party. I've been your host, Glenn Walker. Thank you for hanging out, listening to some music together. It's been a pleasure. The book, Fourth Down and Fatal, will be released in ebook format the first week of January. And I'll have details both here on the YouTube channel, my Facebook page, Instagram, all the grams.com things, and Substack, you name it. So we'll post it when it comes out. And if you had already bought the first book, Red Zone Murders, you'll automatically get updated on my page there when the new book comes out. We had some songs here which I didn't have time to play for. Some what I call honorable mentions. Again, the link to my Spotify playlist will be on the show description here. And if you click on that link, you can hear songs like Only When You Leave by Spandau Ballet, Hang On to Your Love by Sade, Tears Are Not Enough by ABC, and Don't Stop the Dance by Brian Ferry. So they're all there. Would love to hear your comments. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. This is the Replay Sports channel. It's kind of the other little side hustle I got going on with some Replay Sports games. You can check those out as well. And make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me some comments. What are some songs that you like that maybe I missed or just didn't think of? So again, it's Glenn Walker thanking you once again. I'm looking forward to releasing the book in just a few weeks. Have a great day.
Thank you.